let us start out by saying to our new viewers, welcome to MiA's World, and to our not so new viewers, welcome back. In this vlog, Royal Caribbean's Allure of the Seas, A Day at Cozumel, Vlog 6, Serous decided that we needed to be vocal because of the lack of video footage. First off, shout out to Wild Tours for an amazing experience during the ATV excursion. But because of the nature of the excursion, video footage or even drone footage was not highly recommended. So instead of having an abundance of visual footage to show you guys, share with you all, like in the previous videos, the decision was made to pair what we do have with the audio video insert. That's what happened.
First of all, how did you enjoy the ATV ride?
The ATV ride was different. I had never been on a four-wheeler. And you know that was not our original plan. We were supposed to go to Mr. Sancho's. Mr. Sancho's is an all-inclusive beach in Cozumel. Highly recommended. And we decided to go off the beaten path and do the ATV. I enjoyed it. At first I was a little bit nervous, I like to always be a passenger on the back. And but once I got into it, I had fun with it. I had fun. One of the first questions, because we were not prepared to go off-road. So one of the first questions I asked you, and I asked the rep, was how dirty was I going to get? Did I need to go back to the ship, change clothes? Because if you remember, I was in a swimsuit and cover. But the rep, she did say that because it had not rained much before we had got there, that the odds of us getting muddy was very little to none, which she was right. So that right there was kudos to her, because she said exactly what was going to happen and what was not going to happen, and it happened just in that way. So I was good with that. I was good. But like I said, to answer your question, yes, I had a very good time. Okay. Would I do it again? Yes.
So it wasn't too much of a bumpy ride for you?
No, not too much. It was bumpy, but that's to be expected. That was to be expected. And again, that was my first time, so I'm not familiar with the four-wheelers. But for it to be something that's off-road, for it to be something that's two-man, it was comfortable. It was, and I think I shared this with you, it was more comfortable on that than me being on the back of the Blackbird riding in our daily life.
For all those who don't know what a Blackbird is, would you like to explain that to them?
Blackbird is Bane's second love, because I'm his first love. But a Blackbird is his motorcycle. It's a Honda Blackbird. To my understanding, from what I was told, because they have taken me to work several times on it, it's a very rare bike. But like I said, I do enjoy being on the back, but if I had to compare the two, going back to the four-wheelers, that was even more comfortable of a ride.
Okay, and I could tell you got comfortable in the ride because you stopped being a backseat driver.
Oh yeah. I gave you the accelerator and the brake back and the steering wheel. I gave everything back to you. But it didn't take long because it was just the fear of the unknown. So it didn't take long once you assured me that you had the experience, which I never doubted, of riding a four-wheeler. I let you have it and I just sightseeing.
So let's get this straight.
Okay.
You were nervous
I was.
About being off-road on a little dirt road.
I was.
Doing about no more than 15, 20 miles an hour maybe.
Probably.
But yet you get on a motorcycle on the open highway and do excessive speeds, and you're comfortable with that, right?
Pretty much. Pretty much, but again, I am at the mercy of you because I am the passenger, regardless of whether we're on a four-wheeler, whether we're on a Blackbird, and I see where you're going with this. Regardless, I am at the mercy of you. Well, the cabin that they took us to, and it was that part of the excursion to me felt more cultural because the I don't know what you would call it. The guide was very passionate about the area that we were taken to. He was very passionate about discussing the culture of Cozumel, old day all the way up to present day. He was very, very passionate about that. During the process, we had walked down to what was considered a ravine. Okay. We'll call it a ravine. It was very mild. There was no moving water. It was very mild. And he discussed how, what's the term he used?
That was the most purest water on the island, they said.
Yes.
It was very heavy. In minerals. But it's the most pure water that they had on the island, and that was something they were very proud of.
Right. Again, he was very proud. He was very passionate about this particular area that we, stopped, and he educated all of us on. Then, there were some people who were involved in the excursion who took part
check that view from the cliff, go here, just don't fall.
Choose to do the swimming part. They took part in the swimming, and while they were doing that, the rest of us had walked towards the right of the area where there was a cave, and I jokingly called it like the bat cave because there were actually bats that were flying around in the cave. It was bizarre because they flew around in the cave. They never came out, but you could see them just flying back and forth and hanging in this cave. It was really just bizarre. I was just in awe, just standing there, just looking, because they just flew back and forth and did not come out, or they just hung there.
Also, you might want to let the audience know that this cave, the water actually went into the cave.
Yes.
So the bats were actually hanging over the water.
Yes.
So all the bat guano and everything was falling into the water. So again, but it's the most purest water on the island.
The water, cool. It smells, but it feels good.
once after we had disembarked from the ATVs, we were briefed, and once after we were briefed, and they did ask to for me to do a review on TripAdvisor, in which I did. And if you guys want to see what I felt, what I wrote in my review, go over to TripAdvisor. Look up MiAsWorld on TripAdvisor, and you can see all the reviews that were asked of us to do when we stepped over, crossing over the bridge. And I looked over to my right, and I saw the alligator that was laying there. And mind you, this was not a small alligator. This was a
7-footer.
Yes, very adult size. And at first, I think all of us was under the impression that the alligator was, but until the guy had went and probed him, and he started moving.
He's really nice. You gotta poke him with a stick. Don't hit me. Oh, there you go. You don't have to always hit me.
Oh.
It's real, just a little lazy, but it's real.
You can bite it.
Well,
Needless to say, I moved a little bit myself, and I told Bay to come on, but Bay, being the person that he is, he's going to get his footage. Crossed over, and you have the footage of the alligator. We went and purchased a couple of pictures from the ATV, because keep in mind, as you are going through the trails, let me back up really quick. As you are going through the trails of the ATV, they have people that are propped, that are taking photos of you that you can purchase at the end of the excursion. So after that, we went and we looked at the video, the pictures, and we decided which ones that we wanted and which ones we did not. We purchased our pictures, and after that, we waited for our cab ride to head back to the port after we Once after we arrived back to the ship port, we decided that we were going to have lunch at Margaritaville. Margaritaville is one of, for some strange reason, when we are in the Caribbean, Margaritaville is one of the restaurants that I do like to hit. And we sat there, we had a nice lunch. Of course, I mean, who goes to Margaritaville and not have margaritas? So we indulged in margaritas, and we had a really, really good time. So, and once after we had lunch at Margaritaville, we headed back to the Allure, and because it's always, we headed back to the Allure is always one of the things that Serous and I had talked about. You know, we know it's time to be back on board. We usually try to be back on board at least an hour and a half to 2 hours before it's time for the ship to leave port. Once after we passed through the reboarding process, we boarded the ship. We reboarded the ship, and as soon as we got up the escalator, there was a gentleman from 150 Central Park who was there, and he fixed us I think my favorite drink of the cruise was the cucumber martini. And he fixed us a cucumber martini right before we boarded the elevator to head back up to our Serous had decided that, you know, we needed to sit down and have a conversation to go along with the footage that we had, because of the fact that we did not have the video footage that we had to the prior videos. Thank you again for visiting MiAsWorld. Like, subscribe, and share.